Ebenezer Scrooge, behold your gravestone. Where?
Oh, for God's sake. We're not in a cemetery. Where are we?
Merry Christmas, you wonderful old Bailey alone. My mouth's bleeding. Burn, my mouth. It's Susan's petals. Susan's petals. Susan's petals. I do exist. Oh, thank you, Clarence. Good old Bedford Falls. It didn't become Pottersville. I've got to find Mary. Oh, Mary. Mary!
What was all that about?
I'm not quite sure.
Teacher says that whenever a bell rings, it's an angel getting its wings.
That's right. That's right.
I've never heard that.
Me either. Of course, I'm a ghost and not an angel.
Well, it's true. The bell that just rang was for me. Just got my first pair of wings. Saved that man from killing himself. George Bailey of Bailey's Savings and Loans. Now I got these great big things on me. Oh, they make me a little unsteady. Hello, I'm Clarence. What's your name?
My name is Trophenia.
Trophenia. What a lovely name. I'm an angel. What about you?
I'm a ghost.
I hate all this stuff about ghosts and angels. I don't believe it.
You don't believe your eyes?
I think you're all a piece of undigested mutton or a glob of still fermented rice around me.
That's what I said too.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Bob Cratchit, and you're Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, I've been watching you.
Watching me do what?
Well, Clarence, I think maybe you've been sent here to help me. I have tried and tried to reform this man here, but Mrs. Bob Cratchit keeps getting in the way with all of her negativity. And when I tried to show him his gravestone, we end up in a pub.
Well, I prefer a pub any day.
Me too.
Brilliant minds think alike.
Well, I love to help people. I'm a very good person. Let me see here. Which of you two is Mrs. Bob Cratchit?
Well, I am.
I understand you have a bad attitude.
I have a realistic attitude. I'm living in 1840s London. There's no plumbing. Everybody smells all the time. I have 20 children. No, 21 or 47. I don't know. My family has no money because this man won't pay my husband anything.
Oh, you want me to give him a raise?
No, you're right. He's not worth a raise. You keep paying him as little as you want. It's non-stop pathos in my house. The crippled little boy with the innocent little eyes, the big galloping little mouth who eats nettles, whatever they are, and all the people around me are so icky and goody-goody and pitiful and I wish I had never been born.
Say that again.
I wish I had never been born.
You got it. Your wish is granted.
Nonsense, I'm still here. I'm still holding little Nell's nettles. Wait, the bag of nettles, where are they?
Well, since you don't exist, there is no little Nell and there's no bag of nettles either, and there is no Tiny Tim.
Excuse me, I don't see how this is going to help. Threatening Mr. Scrooge with the death of Tiny Tim was a big part of my strategy.
Step at a time. This worked with George Bailey. I think it'll work here too. Mrs. Cratchit, or Person X since you don't exist anymore, you've been granted a great gift to see what life would have been like had you never been born. Come, let's see how your husband Bob would be. We'll be back in a moment, and I'm sure she'll be a changed woman too.
Wait a minute. I want Mr. Scrooge to come along for moral support.
I'd be happy to, fine lady. And you are a Fine, lady.
I am so thrown. Nowhere in the story does Scrooge fall in love with Mrs. Bob Cratchit.
I'm not in love. Yet. I'm just flirting.
Now, don't lose faith. Come, let's see how life would have been had Gladys Cratchit never been born.